everybody, how is it going? And welcome to this episode of Let's Build a Zoo, where we are building a franchise zoo in Sandbox mode. This is our main zoo that is the first one of the franchise, and it is supposed to be in California. And in today's episode, we are building a giraffe exhibit. And then today, while we are watching the giraffe exhibit come to life, we're going to talk a little bit about deforestation. So for those of you who don't know, if this is the first episode that you're coming to, in this series what we are doing is every episode while we are building an exhibit or a building, we're discussing different ecological crises, I think is the plural, crises, that pertain to whatever it is that we're doing in the game. So for the giraffes, I believe the giraffes aren't endangered. I have some notes here to read through. But deforestation is a big problem for them, so that's why I wanted to discuss this. So for those of you who don't know, deforestation pretty much just refers to the action of cutting down like a large amount of trees faster than they can grow back. So like the Amazon rainforests experience a lot of deforestation, and deforestation is a huge issue right now, and it has been going on for a while. So the need to cut down trees comes from many different reasons. In Africa, specifically where the giraffes are found, it is due to agriculture and fuel. So farmers need more land for crops and livestock, as well as people in the sub-Saharan area are dependent on wood for everyday activities like cooking. All the reasons come together to bring up the problem of deforestation. This is causing problems all on its own, and deforestation increases the number of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, which is also leading to global warming. And then also, of course, another effect is when we are clearing out these trees, the habitat of numerous species are, going away and they have nowhere to live. So, let's see. I have some interesting facts here, about deforestation, as well as a few of the animals in the African area that are affected by it specifically. So, some interesting facts. The forest areas cover about 30% of the earth currently right now. Fuel wood in sub-Saharan Africa countries are consumed up to 200% times more than the annual growth rate of trees. So they're cutting trees down 200% faster than they can grow. 1.5 acres of forest are cut down every second. So 1.5 acres gone. And up to 28,000 species are expected to become extinct by the end of the quarter of the century due to deforestation. So that's 28,000 different animals that are just going to be gone. Agriculture is one of the leading causes of deforestation, just because we do require so much land for food and animals. Half of the world's tropical rainforests have already been completely cleared out. So that is half of the rainforests that we've known are gone. 13 million hectares per year in South America, Africa, and Southeast Asia are converted into agricultural lands from forests. So a hectare, I think, is like 8 times 1 acre. But I'm not too positive on that, but I just know the fact. And it is expected that in 100 years, there will be no more rainforests. So forests are probably one of the most important ecosystems on Earth, because 80% of all plants, insects, and animals that are on land live in the forest. And nearly 1/3 of the people in the world depend directly on forests for their livelihood. Trees help regulate the climate, they filter water through their roots, they capture dust particles and pollutants from the air, and they also help stable soils from erosion. Ending deforestation is the best chance that we have at stabilizing our climate. Also, it is the best chance we have for saving our wildlife species and protecting just our general well-being. And so it kind of falls on all of us to help end deforestation. And I do have some tips right here. I think it's 10 things. Yes, 10 different things that you can do kind of just at home that will help reduce the need for things that require wood, or things that will lead to deforestation. So one thing that can help, obviously, is to plant a tree. So the most straightforward personal strategy to fight against deforestation is to plant a tree. Planting a tree could be considered a lifelong investment in the environment and also your mental health. So I personally have tons of houseplants, and that is how I'm able to I guess, partake in this specific thing because I live in an apartment and I don't really have any land to where I could plant trees. But if you guys aren't aware, I actually have a blog that I read a lot of these things that I read to you guys in each episode are from my blogs, and it's where I go to post everything that I know about ecological issues as well as tips and tricks to help at home. So if you ever want to go check out that blog, it's always linked in the description. And it's just kind of to help people. It's like a one-stop shop for people to get all the information they need to try and be as eco-friendly as possible. And one of the things that I wanted to do was schedule an event where people can all get together and we're just going to plant a bunch of trees somewhere. I haven't worked out the kinks, but I'll let you guys know more as it comes. I'm also trying to plan a beach sweep where we just go on the beach and clean up a bunch of trash together. But it's kind of difficult to plan it right now just because everything is shut down, especially the beaches. So I'll let you guys know more about that when the time comes. So another way to help fight deforestation is to use less paper. The less paper you use, the less paper they have to make, honestly. So 2 million trees are cut down every day to supply paper demand for the United States. 2 million. So if you use less paper, they won't need as much paper. So try and reduce your use of paper. And if you do have to use paper or cardboard, recycle it. If just 10% of all paper used by average Americans in 1 year was recycled, 25 million trees would be saved every year. And then also by doing that, it makes 367 million pounds of carbon dioxide will also be absorbed by these trees in that 1 year. So recycling and reusing your paper products is one of the best ways to help at home. Also, when you're buying new products, use recycled ones. So usually things will make a note of it, like a little sticker on there that says, made from recycled materials. And if you try to search out those things, I actually just went camping this weekend and we needed to buy plastic forks. And I really don't like to buy plastic, especially single-use plastic. It's one of my concerns. I try really hard not to have to buy it. But we found these forks that are made from recycled material and they are biodegradable. So they'll break down, faster than plastic will. So we bought those. It was only like $1 more, I think, and we bought like a pack of 25 of them. So by doing stuff like that, as well as things that we use every day, so books and your paper, your egg packaging and toilet paper, if you try to find ones that are made from recycled materials, it'll reduce the amount of trees we have to cut down. Also, when you're buying wood products, make sure you use sustainable wood products. So we actually, my boyfriend, he buys a lot of matches, and we found these matches that are made from like forest or woods that are regulated to avoid deforestation. So they don't constantly cut down trees, it's regulated. They only cut down a certain amount and replant it. So trying to buy products like that. Don't use anything with palm oil. Palm oil is a really bad thing. I'm going to do a whole other episode on palm oil because that's like a whole thing. The largest percentage of the world's palm oil comes from Indonesia and Malaysia, and they have to clear out like tons of forest for it. But I'm going to do a whole other episode on palm oil. Reduce meat consumption. I'm also going to do another video on this. It's a whole thing. I'll explain that in another thing. Try not to burn wood too much just for fire. Make sure you practice eco-forestry. For every tree you cut down, you plant one. And also, the best thing you can do is raise awareness. Tell other people, hey, do you know what you're doing is causing a lot of trees to be cut down? And raising awareness is the best way to fight deforestation. So anyway, the video is coming to an end. If you do want to read up more on it, I will have this posted on my blog, and the blog will be linked in the description box below. As you can see here, our giraffe exhibit is beautiful and thriving, and the guests love it. In the next episode, we are going to be building a gemsbok exhibit, which is really nice, desert exhibit. So I hope to see you guys there. And sorry, I'm just like rushing really quick because the video is coming to an end. But I hope to see you guys in the next video. Make sure to leave a like or comment. Bye, guys.